let's get started. All right. Okay, so hi, I'm Alex from Game Nut, Korean channel, a game channel. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for coming.
And can you introduce yourself?
My name is Mike Gamble. I'm a lead producer at BioWare on Anthem.
So Anthem is really huge in Korea. People are kind of expecting a lot of things. Division was kind of huge, and Destiny 2 recently launched in Korea, and now the Anthem is getting all the attention. And people, since this is a totally new IP from EA, people are also very excited. So, can you explain what Anthem is?
Cool. So Anthem is a cooperative game that you play with your friends. That's one of the big things that it takes you and puts you in the role of an armored superhero in a Javelin exosuit. So it has great story, it has great characters, it has many missions, a lot of replayability, but ultimately we want people to get together with their friends and have a really good time.
So people kind of get the picture of what kind of gameplay it has, but you guys haven't actually released a bunch of stories yet, right?
Correct.
So can you explain us a little bit of background of the game and this bit of story?
Sure. So at the fundamental of Anthem is that it is based on a world that is ever changing. So many years ago there were the gods, and the gods were creating the world. And when they created the world, they used these massive technologies, these massive machines, but then they disappeared and they vanished and no one knows where they went. But they left behind all of these machines of creation. And the machines of creation create chaos and danger in the world that you have to fight against and protect humanity against. So that's basically the narrative and the story kind of basis. Within Anthem, you group up with your friends in these javelins to fight this evil and to protect the people of Fort Tarsus.
So another question about the story. What exactly is a freelancer?
Freelancer is an order or a group of individuals who have banded together to protect Fort Tarsus. Freelancers, when we start the story, are a little bit down on their luck. They used to be a very powerful organization with a lot of influence, but because of failings in recent years, they're not nearly as strong as they used to be. And so we pick up with the player, kind of trying to resurrect the order of the freelancer together.
So BioWare developed the Mass Effect, right? And is there any kind of things that followed by Mass Effect? You brought good things about the Mass Effect to the Anthem?
Yeah, definitely. So Mass Effect was always about a lot of great high science fiction technology. Anthem is inspired a lot by great technology, great science fiction, but it also has an element of magic and mystery and fantasy to it. In terms of the gameplay of Mass Effect, being very fluid and having great shooting mechanics has also really inspired Anthem as well. So it's a little bit of borrowing from our other IP as well.
So can you explain about the Javelins? People say it's kind of looks like Iron Man, right? And how you designed the Javelin, and how did you kind of come up with the idea of the Javelin?
Yeah, so obviously we needed a way for heroes and players to feel like they're larger than themselves, like not just a person with a gun. We wanted them to feel stronger, more powerful, and give them the ability to move around. So that was the fundamental for the Javelins. And then after that, we wanted each Javelin to really feel different and serve a different gameplay focus. So you have the Colossus, who is very big and hulking, and he's a tank. He will take all the aggro, and he will basically be the first line of defense. And then you have the Storm with his cape, and he's flowing and he's hovering around the battlefield and throwing AoE effects and lightning and primers and detonators. Then you have the Interceptor, who's really quick, really fast and like a ninja, very melee focused. And then you have the Ranger, who's kind of a balance of all of those different things. So making each Javelin feel unique in their gameplay was one of the goals that we had.
Let's go to the feedbacks from Korean community.
Okay.
Korean people are really thankful about the localization. Hasn't been a thing for EA for last few years, but since Battlefield 5, it started to be localized, and now Anthem is being localized. Yes. But there's a slight problem of the font. It's hard to read, and so hard to read, and actually hard to see, and it's not smooth enough to feel comfortable.
Right.
And sometimes fonts get kind of go out of the text box.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
Yes.
So Battlefield 5 hasn't fixed it yet.
Okay.
Are you planning to fix it?
Well, the first time I heard about it was today during this conversation. So, I mean, obviously we want to make it well. We want to make it right. We're probably using the same font as Battlefield, maybe, if it is the same thing. So, it's something that I can look at too. I will bring back to the studio and we'll see. When it comes to UI and the issues with the font, sometimes that is a very challenging one because the UIs don't automatically scale based on the number of characters, so sometimes we will see the overwrite. But in terms of the hardness of the font, I'll look at that. I'll have to look at it.
Right. And the next feedback is about the flying with keyboard and mouse. You've heard about this.
Yes, well, I've heard about this. Yes. We have to take this and we have to make some adjustments to it. The feedback that we've been getting, maybe you tell me if this is right, is that it feels a little bit too floaty and not as responsive as it should. So we have to look at that. We have to adjust it.
Great. Anything last you want to say to our community?
No, I mean, I'm just really excited that Anthem is so much excitement in Korea. I didn't know that until we talked, so I appreciate that. I hope everyone likes to play the demo on February 1st. Everyone and anyone can invite it, so get all your friends to play and play together, and we're on Twitter. Let us know what you think, and please enjoy. Have fun.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks a lot.